Great to have you with us from Thoreau Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. Today, conference bragging rights on the line in this SEC Big Ten clash. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Missouri Tigers. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Missouri continues to compete in the SEC, finishing 8-5 last season, a bit of a down year, but they do have a talented young quarterback stepping in. Five-star recruit Austin Simmons comes in the transfer portal. We'll see what Eli Drinkwitz is able to do with this young talented QB this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Missouri about to kick off. They'll lift the lid on this one. A special teams miscue right off the bat, and they'll take over in really good field position. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Gilmore. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Pass completion, moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. And run inside. It's Baxter. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Firing to the right, complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Bunch formation for these receivers. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Right back to the well. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. they're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Under fire. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oh, and you'd love to have that play back if you're that defender. 3rd down.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Both of these teams right on the fringe of the top 25. This is the type of game that can help you earn some respect.
Absolutely. I mean, both these teams sitting right outside the top 25 have a great opportunity to get a good quality win and start to build momentum early in this season and see what kind of squad you're going to have, Palmer.
Both of these teams just want respect. They've worked so hard all offseason, all season up to this point to try to get that number beside their name. And this is the game. If you win it, you're going to get it.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And just not enough leg on that kick. You see it just gets knocked down by the crossbar.
Hey, kill it, kill it. Win.
Here's Simmons to throw. He unleashes a long one. Snatches it on the run. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. He'll throw it. He's got an open man. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Extra point here will tie the game. And he added the extra point. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Oh, they're after him! And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. 3 yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty.
Ready.
Might be calling a hot route.
Hey, ninja.
Throwing Simmons. He's got the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down.
2-14 close. Here we go.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag.
Ready.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Caught! He's down right there, but he has plenty to pick up the first down.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a first and...
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Gilmore. At the 45 on his way. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Caught. They really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal.
Let it go.
They'll run it with Baxter. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got his man. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
All right, defense, nice job early in the game, playing well with your backs against the wall. Job's not over yet, though. This is an offense that has shown that they go for it on 4th down, especially during these situations.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse. Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Simmons. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Throwing right. This time it's complete. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, it'll be interesting to see the passing attack for Missouri this year under Eli Drinkwitz. He's done a pretty good job in recent years of going to the portal and finding his guy. Now, obviously, you lose Bo Pribula. He was only in this offense for a year. And, David, they go to Oxford to bring in Austin Simmons. And they've got a quarterback who, like Pribula, can throw it but can run it as well and hurt you with his athleticism.
Well, it's so interesting to watch Austin Simmons, and sometimes it's just the right fit, the right spot. We've seen some great highs from him, but obviously Trinidad comes in, takes his job. He's on the bench. He has to find a new location, new life, and a good offense with a good run game. We'll see what Austin Simmons can do.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Simmons to the air again. Snagged out of the air. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Missouri wants to go fast. Here's Simmons to throw. Looking for the score. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Simmons. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Makes the grab inbounds. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Zings it complete to the right. Turns it on in midfield. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33.
On defense, man, you've got to tackle the catch against this guy. He has way too much speed. One of the fastest players in all of college football. If you even give him an inch, if you let him get a few steps, he is gone. And you saw that game-breaking speed on that last catch there. Let's be interesting now to see if this defense mixes up their cover.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He'll pull it down. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Timeout taken by Kentucky. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Kentucky spends its second timeout here. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they take it in for 6 more points.
That textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing, you need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Good gain there, picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Throwing Simmons. Got a man. It's Hardy. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's lead things off with Houston, taking on the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. And it's the Cougars with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work.
That gets their record to 3-0 on the season. As we take a look at other action today, check out that notable upset inside the American Conference.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Picks up the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And these third downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the third down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
Bringing the heat. And they got it. So after the big run, they tried to hit him with a pass. Would you have gone back to the run there?
I think now, yeah. Of course, now looking back, I'm going to go, yeah, I should have run after taking the sack. I like mixing it up, but if my offense is going to sit there and lean on people and we're good at running the football, then don't be afraid to do that more often.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. The give on the counter. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Simmons from the gun on third down. Going long. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Might be changing the route. Fourth down, Simmons. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
The short hands, it's Gilmore. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
It's a big gain by the offense, and it's because of the timing on that play. Really nice route by the wide receiver. Quarterback got the ball out early. Man, these two look like they can complete that throw in their sleep.
And the Wildcats will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Running the red zone, it's Baxter. Touchdown, Kentucky! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Simmons. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
From the gun on third down, Simmons fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to Hardy. Makes a man miss. There's a crease. The 20. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Working the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. Looking to throw on first down. Escapes the pressure to his right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that third and short.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. So first down will open up the final period. The play-action fake. Lets it fly. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? And the Wildcats come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Hard running there. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now, first and goal.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Second down, he'll throw it. Wide out trying to get it in. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They'll run it with Baxter. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's...
Touchdown, Wildcats! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. The Wildcats are right back on top.
Man, this is wild. Late in the game, we're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense ready to go to work. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Great job of contained by this defense.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Motion from the wide receiver. He wants to change this route.
Stay. Bender. Hold.
Simmons to throw for it on 4th. Made a defender miss. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Here's Simmons to throw. Got his man. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons on 3rd. It's complete to the left. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm. The passing game looking good.
Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Throwing Simmons. Could not make his way to the corner.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Fires left. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're not chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Maybe some room here. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.